Okay, so as if I could stop there. Well, I had to, because, people are awake. I just asked investigators, what are you talking to Zuck about? So then I have to corroborate this with Zuck. I'm like, Zuck, rumor has it you're talking to investigators. What are you talking about? So I threw these all out. I screamed at one point. So I decided to turn these back over, sit with it for a while. Card of the reading. Emperor Trump. Signifier. This is Zuck's story on what he shared with investigators. Now, Five of Pentacles is a couple things. It's voter suppression, like me, denied a ballot. It is also Julian Assange before he was extricated from or evacuated from the Ecuadorian embassy. And of course, it has to do with like the migrant crisis and refugees. But for the most part, this is suppression of the vote, which is covered in an agreement. Zuck's agreement. Agreements covering Zuck about the vote. Migrants. Julian Assange. The challenge for Zuck is, darn the bad luck, Rick Gates. Hey, Rick, how you doing? The sun has always been Rick Gates for me since he flipped a Manafort. And I think around the time that Manafort was sentenced, this is Rick Gates. At the basis of his conversation that he had with investigators was separating voters from their vote, separating parties, being divisive. You want to know where divisive politics comes from? It all starts right here. Divide the electorate. What's crowning Zuck? What's in the skies for everyone to see? The obstruction, the fighting, the infighting within the Democrats, especially, not the Republican Party. Notice that the Republican Party doesn't get split like the Democrats keep getting split. Divide the electric. Divide the electorate. Create infighting with the Democratic Party. And independents. And then, of course, everybody else. Because in the past, Zuck talked to Russia about election rigging. The whole operation. And what came from that... Hi, Ivanka. How you doing? I don't know if Zuck talked to investigators first or he's corroborating what Ivanka told investigators. But Ivanka has been active lately, so I'm wondering if this is coming up again. How do we see Zuck talking to them? He's indicted. This is my indictment card. Sealed indictment. Doesn't matter. You're a fool. You got caught. This is what happened to Mr. Epps, once he was in jail. Mike Flynn was always, he was a 5 of Cups until he was sentenced. Okay, sorry about that. The camera died. But look at the Fool. I'm not a fool, though. I just wasn't prepared. I wasn't planning to do this tonight. It's like, what the heck? Do these people, go on vacation and then they're not thinking about work, so their real thoughts come to the surface? Because, this was so noisy, chattery to me. I just couldn't believe it. So how do we see Zuck? Sealed indictment. The environment coming in quickly. Things are happening fast. hope is that his plan's going to work. He's got a plan. He's put together. Hope it's going to progress. His fear, Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups has always been child trafficking. Since the G20 last June through Eric Trump. I'll have to remember to post that link there. His next steps, next thing he's working on. Oh, I'll get you that data. I'll get you that data. Yeah, he's not going to get all the data. Let me tell you that. He's going to get some of the data. It's not going to be enough. Because the final outcome for Zuck. Dun, dun, dun. Death. Sucks to suck. You're done. You're done, Zuck. Give it up. Yeah, so this happened tonight. I don't want to ask anybody else any other questions, but you see where this is going. But I will admit, though, I had this idea come across my mind this evening. You know, making such a big deal about the impeachment thing and Pelosi withholding the articles. Like, I wonder if impeachment, is this really her primary gig that she's got going on? Because tonight I was like, no. This is the secondary show she's got going on. She's got a prime time series going on that's getting ready to launch, that's going to blow this impeachment chitter chatter out of the water. I don't know that for certain. I haven't talked to Nancy, but I haven't thrown any cards on her. It was just something that came to me tonight, that she could care less about impeachment. She's doing it for the electorate. Because she's got bigger fish to fry. Impeachment schmeachment, really. And I wonder if this is what it is, because this is going quickly. And I checked in last night with Pelosi. I checked in with most of them. But holy cow. Checking in with Bill Barr. She essentially had him, I can't remember what his signifier was, but he was covered, I think, like in the King of Wands. He came up as a king, though. I can't remember what. Sometimes he's the King of Swords, but this wasn't the case. But he came up as one of his cards that he's more powerful as. But he came up as the King of Cups. That's what it was. Checking into Bill Barr because of Bill Barr Russia. He came up as King of Cups. He was covered in the King of Wands, which is Adam Schiff. I forget what his challenge was, but at the root of the problem, I think he had the King of Pentacles, and then what was crowning him was the King of Swords. Like, he was surrounded by all the kings. And then I vaguely recall he was hoping for his agreement. Putin came up as worrying about the Republican Party. Jared Jr., anything significant to tell? There were just some odd things, like for Donald, when I checked in with him, at the base of his reading, it was the Eight of Cups. Why am I drawing a blank on the Eight of Cups? Oh, walking away, change of action. So that was at the base of his reading. Putin had that in his past, walking away, change of direction. So I'm like, is Donald one step behind, or is he following orders? What's to come for Putin in the future? He had the Seven of Wands reverse, which is essentially just giving up, saying, okay, I'm done here. Holy crap, I forgot about this. Donald, his final outcome was the Seven of Wands reversed. Given up, I'm done. I'm out of here. And then Jared, his signifier was the Seven of Wands reverse. I give up. The Republican Party, their card of the reading as a whole was the Death card. They're done. They have anything else? Mitch was a Hanged Man reverse, meaning he's caught. He's going to have to take some action. He also, crowning him, had the Seven of Wands reversed. Now, I know all these guys have the Seven of Wands, but when I go check in with the Republican Party and all of them, I set all my cards upright, and then I have Spirit reverse the ones that need to be reversed so I can tell if they're telling the same story. So the Seven of Wands reversed, giving up the fight, showed up for Donald, showed up for Putin, showed up for Jared as his signifier, showed up for Mitch as what was crowning him. Mark Meadows, I checked in because I guess he's not running. He had the Death card as his card of the reading. His signifier was the Republican Party. His next steps, you do the hope. Hope was I don't know why the Ten of Wands, his burdens is his hope. Maybe it's because he's not running. His fear was a Chariot, things happening too quickly. But then his next steps that he was going to do was, I'm going to go talk to Nancy, Queen of Wands. Final outcome for him was magic. So I wonder if, oh my gosh, this makes sense now. Listen up. So, Mark Meadows' final outcome is the Magician. KJU, Kim Jong-un, is the Magician because he's the one that hacks and flips things like vote. I mean, I don't know if that's what he does exactly, but that's how he keeps coming up for me, is that he's involved with the hacking and rigging elections and changing vote totals. That's why they send each other those great big giant letters. Oh, here, you got to watch that one. Remind me to post that. Where did this Magician show up again? Was it with Pelosi? See, I took a screenshot of it. I didn't write it down. Darn it. Somehow, okay, this is what it is. The rigged elections, with Facebook talking to investigators and the Magician, because he's involved with that, Kim Jong-un. And so then, I said earlier tonight, I was wondering if impeachment is not Pelosi's primary gig. She's got a bigger, better deal she's working on, and that impeachment is just kind of like child's play for her. And so then this happened with Zuck and the investigators. Then I realized she has her main gig she's doing. And then I saw Kim Jong-un, threatening a Christmas surprise. I would not put it past Speaker Pelosi in having her own Christmas surprise for KJU and Don Julio. Because things are picking up pace, and then we have this stuff in the news again. So I think that's it. Oh, when I checked in with Schiff now, this is interesting. For his card of the reading, he had Death, which is endings. Mark Meadows had Death as the card of the reading. The Republican Party had Death as their card of the reading. And didn't Zuck and Zuck had to come. Final outcome was Death. So the whole Death thing relates back to Schiff. Oh, because his signifier is the sun, and that's Rick Gates. So Rick Gates, as part of his cooperation agreement, probably was talking to Schiff. Oh my gosh, because you know what I asked earlier, get this. I'm sorry this is all over the place. You're going to have to take notes. I'm taking notes while I talk too. I had asked yesterday, are our elections secure? And I wanted to check in with the elections threats executive, Shelby Pearson, that's her name. And I couldn't figure out from the spread whether or not they were secure, but here we go. The final outcome for our elections secure? The death card. Endings. Are the elections secure? Next steps had to do with Speaker Pelosi, and then the death card. Who else has the death card? Let's review. The Republican Party as the card of the reading. Mark Meadows is the card of the reading. Adam Schiff as the card of the reading. And Mark Zuckerberg now talking to investigators as what's to come. So Zuck and our election secure both had death as the final outcome. Interesting, huh? Okay, I'm done. I'm sure someone's going to pipe up here. I'm going to start getting whatever. I have work to do. Don't they know I procrastinate and I wrap presents at the very last minute? That's just the way it's done. Okay, you guys, a happy Merry Christmas Eve. I'm sure I'll talk to you sooner than later. Okay, thanks.